Why most manifestation methods fail, and the simple shift from doing to being that changes everything. Welcome to Kuvox Shift, where consciousness meets creation. I'm your host, Sukhmander, and today we arrive at one of the most profound revelations in our multi-part journey of Awaken Your Inner Creator. This episode is The Embodied Creator: Action, Alignment, and Magnetic Manifestation. Today, we're diving deep into the essence of embodied creative power, what it means to move through life as a living transmission of your desires, to act from alignment, to become magnetic to the very reality you envision. Over the past 3 episodes, we've explored the invisible forces that shape our lives, the nature of energy, the power of vibration, and the sacred intelligence of the heart. Now, we weave it all together into a living, breathing practice, embodiment, where thought, feeling, and action merge into creative momentum. Because you are not just a mind, not merely emotion, not even solely spirit. You are a constellation of all these, a living synthesis of consciousness, energy, and form, expressed through the miracle of a human body. Your mind imagines, your heart feels, your spirit intuits, and your body acts. And it's through this sacred vessel of flesh and bone, breath and heartbeat, sensation and movement, that the invisible becomes visible. It's within this body that inspiration finds its hands, that clarity meets voice, that desire moves into gesture. Your body is not a limitation. It is your bridge between the infinite and the manifest, between the formless realm of vibration and the tangible world of shape, color, sound, and experience. And it is through this body, through the choices you make, the movements you embody, the words you speak, the environments you step into, and the energetic signatures you transmit, that your visions crystallize into reality. Manifestation is not a distant mystical event. It's an intimate, embodied process. It happens when what you think, what you feel, and what you do begin to harmonize. When your inner world stops being a private concept and starts becoming a lived experience. When your physical being carries the frequency of the life you intend to create. In this way, the body isn't just a container for your experience, it's a collaborator in your creation. A sacred instrument that, when aligned, turns your desires into decisions and your intentions into outcomes. So let's ask a potent question together. What does it mean to embody your vibration? To embody is to let your truth live through your posture, your speech, your decisions, your presence. It's when wisdom leaves the mind and enters the body. You don't just know it, you become it. If you seek confidence, you speak with certainty. If you desire abundance, you act with generosity and expansiveness. If you crave freedom, you loosen your grip on fear and control. Embodiment is where theory becomes practice, where your frequency takes form. So let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves a potent, transformative question. What does it truly mean to embody your vibration? Because it's one thing to understand something intellectually, to read it in a book, hear it in a workshop, or repeat it in meditation. But embodiment takes you beyond theory. It moves wisdom out of the mind and into the marrow of your bones, into the cadence of your voice, into the choices you make when no one is watching, into the way you inhabit space and time. To embody is to let your truth become visible through your posture, your speech, your habits, your presence. It's when a belief stops being an idea you entertain and becomes the essence of how you move through the world. You don't just know it, you become it. If you seek confidence, you won't find it by overthinking or waiting for perfect conditions. You cultivate it by speaking with clarity, standing tall, making decisions from self-trust, and choosing environments that nourish your radiance. It's where the invisible shapes the visible, where the energy you carry internally manifests as the opportunities, relationships, and experiences you encounter externally. And in this, you stop chasing outcomes and start becoming the living invitation for them. You magnetize not through effort alone, but through coherence. When your vibration, your belief, and your behavior all speak the same language. This is the work. This is the practice. This is the path of the embodied creator. If you desire abundance, you don't hoard and hesitate. You act with generosity, expansiveness, and openness. You spend, give, and invest from a place of sufficiency, knowing that what you circulate returns multiplied. If you crave freedom, you can't cling to fear and control. You loosen your grip. You say no to what shrinks you. You say yes to what stretches you. You breathe through discomfort and make peace with the unknown. Embodiment is where theory meets practice. It's where abstract concepts become lived, felt, and expressed realities. It's one thing to talk about being grounded. It's another to feel your feet on the earth, to steady your breath in the storm, and to respond from your center when life throws you off balance. It's one thing to affirm worthiness. It's another to ask for what you deserve, to honor your boundaries, to leave what dishonors you, and to walk away from spaces that cannot hold your magnitude. Embodiment is where your frequency takes form. Think of someone in your life, or someone you admire, who radiates creative power. Maybe a visionary artist, a magnetic entrepreneur, a spiritual teacher whose presence is medicine. Notice, it's not just what they say, it's how they move, how they show up, the calm command in their voice, the certainty in their gaze, the grace in their posture. That is embodiment. It's the invisible made visible, frequency turned into form. And here's the cosmic truth. The universe responds not to what you want, or even what you do, but to who you are being. Which brings us to one of the most vital concepts in creation: aligned action. Not just busyness, not scattered effort, but action that flows directly from inner clarity and energetic resonance. You can take 10 hurried, anxious steps and remain stuck in place. Or you can take one clean, courageous, aligned step and open a gateway of synchronicity. Alignment feels different. It carries a calm certainty, even when it stretches you. There's no grasping, no push, no strain, only flow. An inner sense of, this is right. Which brings us to one of the most vital and often misunderstood principles in conscious creation: aligned action. Because let's be honest, in a world that glorifies busyness, we've been conditioned to equate motion with progress, to fill our calendars, check endless to-do lists, and mistake constant activity for meaningful movement. But creation doesn't respond to how much you do. It responds to the quality of your being as you do it. Aligned action is not busyness. It's not scattered effort. It's not taking action from panic, fear, or a sense of lack. It is action that flows directly from inner clarity, energetic resonance, and deep coherence with your desired reality. It's the difference between rushing into decisions because you're afraid of missing out and moving when you feel the quiet, undeniable pull from within that says, "This is mine." You could take 10 frantic, anxious, misaligned steps and find yourself exhausted, lost, and no closer to your desire. Sometimes it's clearing a drawer, ending a conversation, sending an email, taking a walk, or making a small but powerful shift in your daily pattern. But because it's rooted in clarity and coherence, those seemingly simple actions become energetic levers that move much bigger things behind the scenes. When you move from alignment, you stop trying to force outcomes. Instead, you become a participant in the intelligent unfolding of your life, working in partnership with the unseen forces that are already conspiring in your favor. That's what it means to walk the path of the embodied creator, to let energy lead and let your actions be the natural, effortless extension of your inner state. And in that space, synchronicities multiply. Doors open without you knocking. Resources arrive. People appear. The improbable becomes inevitable. Because the universe responds not to your hustle, but to your coherence. Or you could take one clear, courageous, intuitive step, perfectly timed, fully embodied, and feel the entire universe rearrange itself around your movement. Alignment feels different. It carries a calm certainty, a grounded knowing. Even when it asks you to stretch, even when it moves you outside your comfort zone, it does so without strain. There's no grasping, no forcing, no frantic pushing against the grain. Instead, there's a sense of flow, of momentum that feels clean, spacious, and inevitable. There's an inner sense of, this is right. You might not even know how it's all going to unfold, but something in you recognizes the frequency of that next step. It clicks into place with a quiet kind of authority. And here's the thing, aligned action isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's a phone call you've resisted making. Sometimes it's saying no to an opportunity that isn't in resonance. Let me ask you this, beloved creator. Are your actions aligned with your desires? Do your daily habits match the frequency of the reality you claim to be calling in? Are you walking your vision, or only thinking about it? Because if your vibration says freedom, but your calendar screams overwhelm, there's a misalignment. If your heart craves love, but your actions are driven by self-protection, you're sending mixed signals to the field. The universe can only mirror the signal you're consistently transmitting. Because here's a simple but unshakable truth. If your vibration says freedom, but your calendar screams overwhelm, you're sending a fragmented signal to the field. If your heart aches for love, but your actions are built on self-protection, avoidance, or fear of rejection, you're broadcasting mixed messages to the very universe that longs to deliver you what you've asked for. You can't call in abundance while rehearsing scarcity. You can't magnetize intimacy while barricading your heart. You can't embody peace while clinging to chaos. The quantum field, the fabric of reality itself, responds to the energy you consistently radiate, not the one you occasionally dip into when it's convenient, or when you remember to meditate, or when life feels easy. It listens to your dominant signal, the one carried in your body language, in your breath, in the way you move through a room, in the tone of your voice, in the agreements you make with yourself and with others. And so, if you find a gap between what you say you want and how you are living today, let that be a sacred invitation, not a reason for shame. Because awareness is power. It's your portal back to alignment. The moment you notice the misalignment is the moment you gain the ability to choose again, to shift the pattern, to speak a new intention, to take a different step, to become a new signal. And in doing so, you open the space for miracles to arrive. So I ask you once more, gently, clearly, are you walking your vision or only thinking about it? Because your future isn't waiting somewhere out there. It's being built in this moment, in this breath, in this very choice. True manifestation is a sacred dance, a rhythm between energy and effort, between receiving and responding, between surrender and engagement. You receive the signal, you respond, you visualize the dream, you move, you feel the vibration, and you align your behavior to match. This is creation in its most natural, effortless form. Here's something you might not have considered. Your body stores your beliefs. If you believe you're unworthy, it shows in your posture, your voice, your pace. If you believe you are powerful, it radiates through your walk, your gaze, your gestures, your choices. The body doesn't lie. And the beautiful part is, you can shift your frequency by shifting your body. This is why practices like breathwork, yoga, dance, and even a conscious, intentional walk have the power to recalibrate your entire vibration. Let's experience this together right now. If it's safe to do so, stand or sit tall. Close your eyes, take a long, steady breath in, and slowly exhale. Now, picture the version of you who has already manifested the life you desire. See them clearly. How do they move? How do they speak? How do they sit, walk, breathe, and take up space? Now, become them. Let that version of you live through your body, right here, right now. That, my friend, is embodiment. When you practice this daily, even for one conscious minute, your nervous system begins to normalize this new state of being. Your subconscious blueprint updates, and the universe, as it always does, responds to your new, coherent signal. Because your outer world is a faithful reflection of your inner patterning. Shift your state, you shift your signal. Shift your signal, you shift your life. It's easy to think manifestation is just about vision boards and affirmations. And yes, those tools can serve as beautiful reminders. But what truly generates momentum is consistent, embodied, aligned action. Take the call, send the message, book the class, invest in the thing, speak the truth. Whatever that next aligned step is, let your energy lead and let your action follow. So here's your practical invitation. Right now, write down your top 3 desires. Then, for each one, ask yourself, what does the embodied version of me do differently? How can I begin to act from that version of myself today? Remember, small conscious shifts create ripples. Ripples become waves. Waves reshape your entire shore. And here's a gentle truth to carry with you. The more you embody, the less you chase. Because magnetism isn't about striving, it's about coherence. When your vibration, your belief, and your behavior align, reality bends. This is the secret of magnetic manifestation. You don't just attract, you become the source, you become the signal, you become the match. As we close, I invite you to feel into this affirmation. I align my actions with my truth. I move with purpose, grace, and clarity. I am the embodied creator of my life. Take that with you. Walk it, speak it, live it. Let it echo through your cells. May these teachings not just live in your mind, but root themselves in your heart, your body, and ripple outward into every corner of your existence. You are the vibration. You are the energy. You are the field. If this message landed for you, if you felt that spark, that quiet yes in your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe for more conversations like this, and most importantly, share this episode with someone else walking this path. There's a whole world of seekers out here, quietly breaking old loops and choosing new frequencies. Are you one of them now? Let's find each other. Let's grow together. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next episode of Awaken Your Inner Creator.